Hi, Dave here. How to create a three-dimensional look on a two-dimensional piece of paper. And what you see here is an image that was shot with on-camera flash. And this is typical of what the flash does is it creates a very flat image. And this is an example of what we don't want as far as a portrait. Okay, we want to create more of a three-dimensional look. Okay, in order to do that, we need to get to this kind of an image. And here on this image, you can see that there's shadows off to the side of the nose, okay, and on the cheek and on the neck. And so, in order to do that, we need to move, in this case, the flash off the camera. To do that. Okay, in this 3D drawing image, I'm going to show you that the direction that the light should be to create this three-dimensional look. We move the main light 45 degrees to one side and then 45 degrees up. Okay, and that creates this second image that's over on the right side, and you can see the shadow under the nose here, and that's where it gets its name. It's called loop lighting. Okay, and okay, so to go back to more of a flat light, I move the main light back, and pretty much the shadows disappear. Okay, so moving on. Now I took an image in a very dark room with only the main light, and so it will show up more shadows, whereas outside in daylight you may not see the shadows so prominently, but here it shows that you have that shadow not directly under the nose but off to one side, that little loop shadow, and it also has some shadow on the face and on the neck. And over on this image on the right here, you can see the main light is 45 degrees off to one side and 45 degrees up. Okay, and this simulates what the sun would have to do outside. So outside, what we need to do to get that kind of angle of light is what? Well, we need to wait till a certain time of day. In this case, there's two times in the summertime that are really great here. And, it doesn't have to be exactly on this time, but we need to wait for the sun to get high enough in the sky to create that angle. Okay, so 9 a.m. is a really good angle, and so is 7 p.m. And you will, of course, rotate your subject to get that little loop shadow on the nose. Of course, what does most people do? Well, the best time of day is for them when the sun is directly overhead in the summer, okay, and that gives you raccoon eyes because the light comes straight down. And actually, if you're kind of follically challenged as I am, you get your bald spot. You get a shiny spot on your bald spot, and that doesn't look good in portraits at all. So you really want to wait for the time of day to get the correct portrait lighting. And here shows that angle. Okay, so to recap, portraits require directional lighting. Depending on the season, you need to wait for the correct time of day. And then rotate your subject so the light falls on their face, creating the shadows off the lower side of their nose. And that's it for directional lighting.